Hey guys, so I've made a video once before about how to get scales, fangs and things from Dinraal, the flame dragon in Tears of the Kingdom. I found a handy way that I'm going to explain on how to get an infinite supply of scales. So to do that you're going to need to have the Flamebreaker armor. You can purchase this for a substantial sum of rupees from Goron City. But if you're making use of any of the rupee glitches and stuff that I've mentioned in previous guides, you should be able to afford this without any problem. So to get this, you're going to first off need to find Dinraal, and right now he's just right below me. So I'm going to fly down and land on his back. Now you normally can't do this because he will make you catch fire. So Dinraal, just like the other dragons, will generate some kind of a matching elemental storm. In this case he'll generate a firestorm, and Farosh will generate an electricity storm. Surviving the other two is fine, but surviving Dinraal is difficult because you need to have not just heat resistance but flame resistance, and that doesn't come with any other armor other than the Flamebreaker armor. And you're also going to need to have tier 2 of that Flamebreaker, or tier 2 of the flame resistance, not just one. So that means you're going to have 2 items of the Flamebreaker set. So you do not need to have all 3, and if you've been using the amiibos actually, like I have, you may already have the Varadania Divine Helmet, and I actually found a second one from a side quest. So you may only need to purchase one piece of the armor that he uses. So what you got to do anyway is land on his back, which seem to be struggling to do at the minute. So here we are, we're on his back. So when you're on his back, you can stand here and you can just strike him with a sword. And here we go, I've now got a scale. So you can't strike him again. I've seen people mention that you can just keep slashing him and slashing him. You can't. Once you hit him once, you'll notice that he's stopped being bright. All of the orange within his scales has stopped shining, and the crystals on his back are no longer bright like they were once before. You can't harvest any other item again from him now until he lights up again. So it's going to take 10 minutes of real world Earth time for him to be ready again. But it's not that long of a wait if you're looking to get a lot of scales, which can be handy for armor upgrades, or even if you just wanted to use them for whatever else, your cooking recipes or something. But if you just hang around on his back, which isn't really that hard, you know, if you've something else to do, just sit here and wait. 10 minutes will pass and it'll be very obvious when he lights back up again. All the crystal shards we're looking at on his back here will start flickering bright again, and you'll be able to hit him again just like I did a second ago with the sword, and that'll give you an additional scale. And you just keep repeating that process over and over again, and you'll be able to get an infinite supply of scales from him. You can also use the same method to get other pieces of item from him. If you wanted, you could get up to his head like I'm at right now and just hit his horns, and you'll get a horn off him. Get his legs, get a leg, whatever you want to do. I won't wait around for this to reactivate again. I did it in my Farosh video where I show him reactivating again, so I won't waste a whole 10-minute video explaining how to do that. If you are running version 1.1.1 of Tears of the Kingdom, now I don't know how long this is going to last. I suspect Nintendo will be fairly lively in patching this out, but as of the time of writing this video, 1.1.1 is the latest version of the game. And if you have that, you can actually use a really simple glitch that'll allow you to duplicate your scales and essentially give you an infinite supply of scales, claws, horns, whatever you need from any of the dragons in the game. And I'm going to show you how to do this now. So what you need to do is just get to anywhere in the game, doesn't matter where it is, so long as you have a little bit of a height to get some air with the glider. So right here seems perfect to me, it's not too high. So what you need to do is go to your inventory, and I have a scale already. So it's down there as the very last item in my inventory. Now to make this work, it needs to be the very last item in your inventory. It can't be up here or anything like that. It has to be at the bottom. If it isn't at the bottom, you can just hold all the items and drop them on the ground. And once they're all dropped on the ground, pick them up again, and they will now be at the very end of your inventory. So you'll also need to have any other item, but have a quantity of 1 of it. So in this case, one of these fingernails, I have a quantity of 1. I also have a single fang, I have a single claw. If I want to use any of them, I can. It doesn't matter what it is or where in the inventory it is, so long as there's a quantity of 1. So my scales at the end, all you got to do is jump off the little ledge here and glide with your glider. So while you're in the air, return to your menu. So right now, Link is mid-flight, gripped onto his glider. So what you need to do is hold one item of whatever it is, and then hold your scale. And then when they're both of them are being held, press B to exit the game, or like exit the menu. Go down and pick up your scale, and you'll see now I've got 2 scales. And if I do this glitch again, drop those 2 scales, so now those scales are going to be the very last item in my inventory again. I'm going to run back up here. You can see our dragon in the distance. And I'll glide again, so stay mid-air, press the plus button to go into the menu. I'm going to hold a fingernail, and I'm going to hold 2. So you can do this to up to 4 items, so you can make 4 additional scales at a time. And now I have 4 scales. So if I repeated this glitch again, I would end up with 4 of Dinraal scales. Or I'd end up with 8. I would drop all 4, and now I'd have 8. And I can keep repeating this over and over to get an infinite supply of those scales. Now it only goes up to 26, because after you have 26, you'll start to despawn. And you'll end up losing items. But you should never have very much need for more than 26 anyway. And sure, if you use them as you find them, you're not going to encounter too many problems. But that's 2 useful ways to get a good supply of Dinraal scales. So as we can see above, he's still not lit himself back up yet. The video's only been running 6 minutes. But you'll see from the distance, when it happens to you in the game, all those scales, pointy spikes on his back will start lighting up red again. And when they do, you can slap him again and get another scale. Because I don't know how long this glitch will be working for. But hitting him to get to scale, like I was saying, the 10-minute respawn, that's part of the game. It's not a glitch. It'll work forever. And hopefully this glitch works a bit longer so you can use it to get yourself an infinite supply of scales from all of the big dragons in the game. This works for any dragon, by the way, so I won't title the video specifically for Dinraal, but you can use it for any dragon. So hope that helps. Talk to you later.